Okay, so today we are learning how to create outlines around our subs. You're going to need another picture of yourself for this activity. This is a really good tutorial to use for making thumbnails for YouTube videos or for making posters or any other fun graphics where you want to add an outline around a person or an object. So we are going to choose Open Image to begin with. I'm not on a Chromebook, but it'll open to your Google Drive. And this is the picture of me I want to use. Yay! For picture of me. Okay, so we already learned how to remove the background, but there is an easier way. Yes, I made you learn the hard way because the easier way is a premium tool that you need to pay for, but you can use it a couple times without having to pay for it. So we're going to use this cutout mask tool. It looks like a pair of scissors. And we are going to choose AI Auto. And it's going to say, machines are doing their thing, please wait. It takes a minute for this to work. And then a little message is going to pop up and say, this is a premium tool. After the ad, you'll be able to use this premium content or feature. To skip these ads in the future, upgrade your account to premium today. We are not going to get premium. We waited for it. So now we just hit continue. And ta-da! My background is gone. So in order for this to work, I have to save this file as a PNG. If I try to move on to the next step without doing that, this will not work. So I need to go to File, Save. This is me. It's a PNG because there's a clear background, and I'm going to hit Download. And it's saving. It says it's downloaded, ready in 2 seconds. Close. So we're going to go back to the Home button. There's us. So we're going to choose Create New. We're going to choose Full HD. And we're going to call this our assignment. So creating outlines, curtain, that's my last name, and hit create. So we have our clear background. The next thing that we want to do is add a new layer. So I'm in my layers menu. There's a plus button. I'm going to click on that. And I want to choose image this time because I'm choosing an image to fill it with. And this is the one that I just created that's a PNG. And if I hover over it, you can see it says item type PNG file. That's the one I want. So I'm going to open that. Ta-da! Next, I'm going to make the image large. Let's get rid of this ad because I kind of am off the edge of my image a little bit. And I'm going to put me all the way over here. Okay, so there's still some space on the top here, and I tried to line this up with the bottom of my image so that the cutoff is even. So that's good right there. I am my body is facing to the left, so I want to put me on the right side of the image so there's empty space here. We're going to put text and some designs here later. So this is kind of the rule of thirds composition, where if I split my composition into threes, I'm on one of those lines. We will talk about that in a later video, but that's why I'm having you guys place stuff over to the side. So, ta-da, there's me. I want to make sure that my layer is selected, so it turns a bluish green over here. And I'm going to go over to the Edit menu, and I'm going to choose Stroke. And what that's going to do is that's going to create an outline around me, and I want to change this to white. Just personal preference. You can change it to whatever color you'd like. And I want the outline to be a little bit bigger. There it is. You can change the opacity of it. That's how much you can see through it. But I'm going to leave it at 100%. And then I'm going to hit apply. So there is my basic outline, but there's a lot more that we can do with this. So let's dig a little deeper. So now I'm going to go to the layer menu, your layer settings, and I want to duplicate this layer. So it put the copy on top, which is fine. So I'm going to go to the first layer of me, and I'm going to use my arrow keys and move it over to the side a little bit. Kind of creepy. The next thing I'm going to do, while that is still selected, is I'm going to go to the Edit menu and choose Fill. And that means I'm going to change this to a specific color. And for this tutorial, I am choosing black. You can choose whatever color you want. I'm not going to choose a specific blend mode, and I am going to leave it at 100% opacity. And so that means that it is going to turn it all black. So there's a checkerboard background, there's black outline of me, and there's me. So what I can do is call this layer me, and call this layer, let's see if I can move down a little bit here. Shrink my history. There we go. I'm going to rename this one Shadow, just so that I know what's going on with my layers. So now I'm going to click on my layer 1 or my background, and I'm going to choose the, shrunk that on accident, sorry. Okay, let's get rid of this add. All right, so I'm going to choose the fill, the bucket tool. I'm going to choose a color for my background. So I like to pick something that's already in my artwork. I'm going to go with this and hit OK. And I'm going to go ahead and fill the background. Cool. So see how this is starting to look a little bit like a YouTube thumbnail? We're going to get some more detail in here and make it look super awesome. So now I'm going to go to my shadow layer, and I'm going to drop the opacity down to 50%-ish, somewhere around 50%. I'm going to leave it off 1 just because. So it kind of blends in with what we're doing a little bit more. So it's got a little bit of that pinkish reddish background in it, but it still is the darker shadow. It just looks like it goes with the image more. So now we are going to save our image. I'm going to save, and we're just going to save it as a JPEG for the moment. We're going to hit download. And it is ready. We're going to go back to the home button. This is different. We have not done this yet. We're going to go to Pixlr X right now because there's some cool stuff that Pixlr X offers that we can't do in Pixlr E. So we are going to open image. I think we can just click on that. There we go. So see, our tools have changed on the side here, and our navigation has kind of changed as well. So the first thing that we are going to do is choose Add Element near the bottom here. And we are going to choose a border first. So there's all kinds of cool borders that you can choose from. What is this? There's coffee. I do enjoy some coffee. I don't know that I enjoy these borders, so let me get rid of those. Add an element. I want a border. My little scroll thing. There it is. Scroll. What kind of thing do I want? Ooh, liquid could be cool. Yes, these are pretty cool. Let's see if I can find one that I like. Okay, I like this one. That's looking pretty good. But I want me in front of that. Let me see. No, I think I'm good with that. I mean, I could, if I moved my layers, and it looks like this one is locked. Let's unlock it. So if I move my layers, and I move this down, yeah, I think I like that better, so that my border is behind me. so that my head's not cut off. So all I did was rearrange my layers till I found the one that I liked the most. And remember, since we made that shadow transparent, I can kind of see through it in some of the details here. So I like that. We are gonna go back to add element. And this time we are going to, we did a border already, so now we're gonna choose sticker, I think. And there should be line art in here. Here's my little scroll. Arrows. Happy camper. Looking for it. There's line art. So some of these are hard to see. Again, if there's something that's premium, you just gotta wait for the duration of the ad. And then it'll let you use the whatever it is that you wanted to use. So what is this line art? Huh. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I'm gonna get rid of it. It's a little hard for me to see. I'm working outside. I probably should not be working outside because I can't see what these are. All right, that one's cool. So I want to make it bigger. And it looks like it doesn't want me to make it bigger. There we go. That's how we make it bigger. Because I want it to fill this space over here. So I'm cool with that. But I want it to be behind me, and I also want it to be behind my layer, so it's showing up there. And then I also want to choose a blend mode. There we go. That complements my design here. And I think I'm just going to have to play with it until I find one that works. There we go. That one works nice. So I found one that I like. Sorry for all the buttons. Man, okay. Cool, we're getting closer. So the next thing I want to do is I want to add a new blank layer. So I'm going to add a blank, and I'm going to, so it's empty is what I want. And it shows up at the top here. And I want to add some shapes now. So I'm going to choose the drawing tool. And I want to use the shape tool, that's what it is. And I think that I want to add some stars in here. And I'm just going to add some different size stars in some different places. Choose whatever shape you want as long as it is school appropriate. All right, cool. So there's my fun little shapes that I've added to it. You can change the color of them. Let me get rid of this ad. You can change the color of them down here. I'm just keeping them the same color as my outline so that I know I have more than one thing that is in that color. That way it just kind of goes well together. I'm going to add a new layer with the plus sign down here. And this time it's going to be a text layer. And I'm going to type something fun in. I can either type right here or I can type over here. Let's just type over here for fun. Teaching art is awesome. So maybe that's what my next YouTube video is going to be about. I don't know. Who knows? And let's say I want it center aligned. And I want to change the font to something fun. But something that also goes with my work. So I'm just using the arrow keys to scroll down until I find a font that I like. Really, a lot of these fonts could have gone with it. Let's go with this one. I'm going to make the size a lot bigger. Not that big. There we go. And I want my font to be all over here. And there is my font. Let's click on it again. It stands out, it's okay, but I think I can make it stand out better. I want to add a drop shadow to this just to make it pop off the page a little bit more. And I'm going to kind of push it away from my font a little bit more. I want it to be a little bit darker. Okay, so that way my font pops off the page a little bit more. So that's it. We are done. There's my thumbnail for my next YouTube video with my cheesy pose here. So we are going to save this. Where is the save button on this one? It is down here. Save is down at the bottom. And so this is my finished one. So I'm going to save it as a JPEG. And I'm also going to save it as a PXD so that in case I need to go back and edit it, I can edit again. And then you'll hit download and you'll save it. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one, use it as my thumbnail for my video. It'll tell me it's ready in a few seconds. Don't forget to load your work to your Google Portfolio site and tell me about your artwork, what went well, what was difficult, what stuck with you the most, what tool you found most interesting. If you could improve something, what would you improve? And then just have fun with this project. Watch the video again if you need to for more directions. And there are typed out step-by-step directions on the Google Classroom assignment. So good luck with the video. Let me know if you have any questions.